Welcome to Levels of Madness. We're just a group of pals hanging out, being nerdy, all whilst playing 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. Tonight, I will be your game mistress. My name is Jess, and we are going to be returning to our Shadows of the Ancients homebrew campaign set in the world of Alonim, the Shattered Realm. This is one of two weekly podcasts. Or podcasts? What? No, I listen to a lot of podcasts. This is one of two weekly campaigns that we are currently playing. So be sure to come back and see us on Tuesday, where Brandon is leading us through a heavily modified version of the Dragon of Icespire Peak module. It is a ton of fun. You do not want to miss it. For now, let's introduce our adventurers. Brandon, why don't you go first?
Hi, Brandon. I play Caspian, who is a Sea Elf Warlock, a currently level 4 Sea Elf Warlock.
Troy.
I play Ashu, a Warforged monk.
Bree.
I play Urine, a tiefling cleric.
And Josh.
I play Nines, a Warforged fighter.
All right, so we find our adventurers in the town of Euphoria, a hidden town that is surrounded by a desert, a mountain range, and an ocean. Very strange topography. You were teleported in by a satyr woman named LaRue, who let you know that she kind of runs things. Wanted to thank you guys for helping to get Calrissa to safety. Answered some questions, but there's still a lot of confusion last time. Offered you tattoos or magical items, some way, let you kind of choose what you wanted in order to feel that you were compensated for the risk that you took in getting Calrissa out of Quarky. Found a friend who you had seen before, Brix, the Loxodon Oracle child. She was in Euphoria. It turns out that she was the one who had let the people of Euphoria know that things were going to go south when they started to go south, and to try to help get you out of the situation y'all were in. All right, so last that we saw you guys, you were headed off to an inn in order to catch up on some. Y'all don't all need to sleep, but y'all all need to take a nice rest to recover. Y'all had hit the long rest button already, so y'all are good there.
It is never not funny to me that none of us need to sleep.
Yeah.
I think
I love
Caspian
it.
needs 4 hours, right?
And he doesn't sleep, he just trances.
Chances, yeah. Like none of y'all
So
are
he just.
surprised. Y'all are a well-balanced team. Hang on 1 second for me.
You know, I always think that I'm playing Tandoral and I don't have unarmed strike, but I'm Nines. I do. I just realized it again. I'm not playing a weakling.
Alrighty. So, you head over to the inn, which is called the Gargoyles Perch. You are set up with rooms. They split you into 2 groups. You get 2 rooms. They're covering them for now until you are able to, if you want, they can find you accommodations somewhere in the town. If you want, a place to share, if you want your own places, they're kind of willing to work with you for almost anything y'all want to do. So as y'all are getting ready to bed down for the night, is there anything we want to get accomplished on this first evening in Euphoria?
I want to talk to someone to get a message to that town we were at.
Parky or Lundy?
Which is the one with all the people who died? where
Lundy.
Brandon almost kidnapped a kid.
That was Lundy.
Yes.
Light kidnapping.
Light kidnapping. I'm sorry. Yes, I would like to talk to someone about sending someone out to Lundy to offer the town the option of moving here because they're not in a safe place. They're good people, and this town needs more help. And I think that this would be a fantastic idea.
Do you want to do this that first night, or you want to wait until the next day?
Whenever
Because
it
you're
is
gonna have
best.
to go back and talk to LaRue. It is getting pretty late at night.
Okay, we'll do it tomorrow.
Just with all of the conversations, the teleportation, all that jazz after the fight. Like, it's been a long ass day. But we can do that first thing in the morning as you can head off and find LaRue. All right, anybody else would like to do this first night before y'all go to bed?
Yeah, Ashu's good. He's ready to get to the next day.
Okay. Fantastic. Tell me, who is bunking down with who?
I mean, Ashu's just gonna go into blow power mode while standing.
Nines is gonna
Yeah,
lay Ashu
Nines.
he's gonna lay Ashu in a bed and tuck him in like a normal human being and lay next to him and John Lennon him and then power down in that position. Since you asked.
You know exactly the image.
It's just like a combination of like Sheryl Crow, Celine Dion, and like Alanis Morissette playing on repeat in the background, just like a Spotify playlist with all the hits.
Amazing. Miriam will be in her own room.
Give me just 1 second. So Mirren's by yourself, and then the guys are all together.
Phrasing. Yeah. Caspian, you gonna hang out? Or you gonna get your own room? You want to hang?
I always want to hang, and I definitely want to witness this take place. This will be my trancing image for the next 4 hours. That's
We
what I
like
meditate
tie you
on.
above us, and have you trance looking down on us.
Jesus Christ.
God.
Karen's gonna walk in the morning to wake you up, just like, the fuck?
And I
It's like
trance.
the dude at the LAN party duct taped to the fucking.
Yep.
Caspian's just humming, just like,
Sounds like your refrigerator at the middle of the night just.
Yeah. So that's how that's going.
Screen issues. Okay. Sorry, my other computer was giving me issues. I apologize. Alrighty. So, you have your lovely rave party.
trance party.
Trance party. Your rave
Nice.
trance party. Okay. Josh, I need you to roll me a stealth check, please.
Ooh.
Oh
Well,
no.
At advantage.
So that's normal because I have disadvantage on stealth because I'm wearing armor. Yep, the armor that I'm
Do
wearing.
you sleep in your armor? Are you going to continue to sleep in your armor when you're in the inn? Because if not, you can unequip it and see what.
No, I'm okay dying in my sleep. I take it off.
Would you? You're a warforged. Why would you? And you don't sleep. Why would you take your armor off?
Well, I mean, I like power down, but I'm aware of it that's
have
going
you
on around.
seen that
And he
image?
is quite
Like, they are
loud.
fully. John Lennon and Yoko Ono are fully nude.
That's true.
Okay, yeah. I take off all of Ashu's clothes too. So and just so you know, he's aware. He's watching me do this, but he can't do anything about it because he's in power down mode. So you're aware of everything that's happening. So
you
yeah,
will need
we're
consent,
full.
sir. You
We're
will
full.
need consent.
He winked at me. He told me he wanted it. He whispered in my ear right before he powered down.
Ashi does not
Oh,
consent to having
no.
his clothes removed.
Fine, I leave his clothes on, but I take mine off. Wow, horrible. A 10.
You're like I'm a warforged that likes to sleep in the
10.
nude.
Okay.
It's hot. There's no fans yet.
So while you are all powered down, trance mode, whatever y'all do at night, you noticed that Nines does get up and leave the room at some point. Nines, you make your way out into this town. You're kind of wandering around. Town hasn't really gone to sleep too much. It's like it just things have switched over from daytime to nighttime activities. You see there are a number of brothels that are here that are going, pubs still going, nice and strong. And then it's nightlife. You know, it's kind of fun. Everything's kind of funky. And you make your way into a building called the Body Canvas. And then you wake up, come out of your rest mode. You're back in your room. And that was the last thing that you remember, was going into a building called the Body Canvas.
Like a human body made into a canvas, or my body is a canvas.
Your body is a wonderland, technically.
Skin canvas.
Your body is a wonder.
Body is a wonderland.
Yeah, you're one.
As everybody wakes up in the morning, you know, you've all kind of been up, but it hasn't been, you know that most people have to sleep for a longer period of time than you do. So moving around too much, new place, maybe you're waiting kind of thing, trying to figure everything out. But when you do come to, sun is already starting to rise. Sun is already starting to rise. Things are, you know, beginning to get louder outside as people start their activities for the day. Nines, give me a perception check. Perception or investigation? I'll let you do either one.
Investigation. Hey, that's a dirty 20.
Nice. You have some new decorations. As you are going to put all of your armor back on, where would this decoration be?
Probably my left hand. Left
So you're
hand,
going,
left
you're putting
hand,
things
forearm.
about, and you look, and there's just a new design making its way up your arm. You don't remember getting it. You don't remember what it does. But it's there.
Shit.
So y'all all get down. Do you want to get anything from down in the inn? There is, excuse me, the common room for the inn. There is food. There is drink. Nobody wants to talk to me all day. And then my
Can
phone's-
Nines run into a bathroom with a fluorescent light that's almost about to go out, so it's flickering? And it's
Yes,
also like
absolutely.
green.
Like a magical flame that's just like going back out and forth, like just it's made to do that. They did this intentionally.
Yeah, I need like a panicked like Daniel Craig, Casino Royale just got poisoned. He's in the bathroom and he's like, like, what the fuck is on me?
This
Because this is a new sensation for you. You have the alert. You are alert. You don't normally get surprised with stuff like that. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I have no concept of like, I mean, like I understand magic and all that kind of stuff, and like the Ted Party hat's cool, but yeah, my life has been based around physical combat. No, nothing magical has ever been taught to me, or how to use stuff like that. So I would not know how to activate anything that this tattoo can do that I got here.
Could just be a normal tattoo. You don't know. You might have just gotten flipped a Mickey or some shit whenever you didn't know.
Can Nines
I-
get drunk?
Mmm.
He can adjust things in order to get different effects. We have said that because of healing potions, because of your little
I feel like
Treats that you
alcohol
have.
would have a
Is-
different effect on a Warforged if he consumed it, like adding like too much pure gasoline to an engine. It would just
I get-
like rev him up
I
more.
could see us all
Okay.
assuming that we just got too drunk with Caspian and wound up getting tattoos together.
Nobody else has a
so
tattoo.
I googled it. The Warforged can drink. When they consume organic matter, it goes through and there's broken down by acid and nutrients and distributed throughout the Warforge's body and used as fuel. So it's
Cool.
there. They can eat. It just if you are just not eating something that would provide fuel to you, you're not going to get energy from it. But you can get drunk.
Thank you, Brandon. That was super fucking fast.
Apparently, the internet was prepared for that. Like as I started
That's not fair.
can Warforged, it was like the first fucking thing. Because fucking all D&D
It's
players are
all that
just
matters.
chaotic goblins.
Yep,
Like,
that is all that matters. In this fantasy world, can I still get hammered?
hmm
Alrighty, so don't do that, please. Okay. So, Nines, what do? Do you use your Ted Farty hat to make it appear like your arm is normal? Do you show your companions this
Yeah.
new ink?
I would immediately don the Ted Farty hat and hide it. I'd make myself look normal, but I would put the hat on and make myself look like I'm not wearing the hat, like it's hanging off my belt. So like I'm in disguise to look like
As
I'm not
yourself?
in disguise.
Maybe
Yes,
some
as myself.
hiding in plain
disguise.
sight.
Love it. All right, so you come out of the little lavatory,
Sweating buckets.
which
Underneath.
they can't see.
They can't
Yep.
see.
You are good. You are the master of calm and cool as they look at you.
Sweating
All right.
buckets of oil.
Yes, it's gross, streaky.
Just the oil
Just
slick
residue.
right behind him.
Somebody walks past and you hear,
Slips
"What
and
the
falls.
fuck?" as they slip and fall. Ugh, gross. Not sure
Just
if it's
casts
shit.
oil slick behind him everywhere.
Think that somebody just had like a super accident because it's not normal for a Warforged to just be leaking. Alrighty, so what did we want to get some food? Caspian eats.
Yeah, Caspian would,
Sure. Yeah.
would eat. And
Miran's also
Everybody can
she
eat.
eats and she's hungry.
Yeah. Alrighty, so
also, Caspian starts his day every day with push-ups, so he's got to get that protein, bro.
yeah.
Wait, do you do drunk push-ups?
If ever since Caspian did the nat 20 of lifting the log, he's been working out. He's been trying to get jacked.
asking nines on off days, just like, hey, so like
Go
I can
fight.
do like I do 5 push-ups now. So what's the next step? Like what else can I add? Like legs? Can I do legs? Nine's like, yeah, jump really high. A lot.
Nine secretly every day punches Caspian in the face at the start of the day just because he's like told him a long time ago, like that's what he did. Like I trained to be the greatest fighter, and my mentor every day I'd wake up, he'd punch me square in the face and said it'll build character and convince Caspian of this. So every day he wakes up, punches Caspian in the face, and it's like, all right, it'll keep you tough. Do your push-ups, and then just cackles to himself as he walks off. But Caspian is like, I'm gonna be the toughest Toughest pirate in the goddamn world one day.
Everyone's
Take
gonna
one
respect me.
d4 damage off the bat every morning.
Exactly.
Alrighty. So you see, you place your order with the halfling gentleman who is currently working, and you are able to get whatever morning meal and libations that you wish. And let's see. Where are we heading to first? We heading to go and talk to LaRue about Lundy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So you head back the way you came. You know, it's the only path you are aware of right now throughout this place. And everybody give me let's do a group perception check. As y'all are walking through, it's nice and bright outside. The
Four.
town coming to life.
30-20.
Nice. 2 20s.
14.
30-20.
Ah,
Dang.
nice.
Alrighty. So you see around you that there are lots of preparations going up for what LaRue had told you was the Solstice Festival. She said that it's a big deal. So you see that there are little shops being put out, like little that you see at like festivals and stuff where they just build a little. You know what I mean? Words are hard right now. Sorry.
10?
Yeah, it's like the little like it's a stand, and then it has like the top part
Like
that
a
has like the
booth?
big sign. Thank you, booth. That's the word that I was going for. I appreciate you.
Got you.
They have a whole website for when this happens that I can type in just general ideas of what I need to figure out. So yeah, you see that they're setting up a bunch of different booths in order to get things going. One thing I did forget to mention is so the boys all bunked together. You came down to the little common room, you started ordering, and then a blue tiefling walks down the steps and joins you at your table. And Murin, who went to bed a red tiefling, has woken up a bit paler, a bit bluer. And she's acting like nothing's changed. She just, hey guys, how you doing?
The music stops and
Kinda
everyone looks
sleepy.
at her.
Record scratch. Why are you blue?
It's just pumped.
Yeah, Mirren looks up and is like confused for a minute, and you're like, I don't feel like I'm sad today. I got like pretty good sleep, and
No, you're meat sack.
Phrasing.
It's a sack of meat. It's what it is. It's what we all are.
Caspian's
Not
just
me.
like
I'm a warforged.
just shoveling food, and he's like, "Blue boys, shred it."
How long does this conversation go on where he's trying to explain literally blue and Mirren is like, I feel fine. Like
God.
I'm not like I'm in a good mood. Like
Please make them roll some like
Can I slap her with her own
persuasion,
hand?
insight, like play.
Investigation.
Yes.
Have them roll
That's
something to
correct.
see how long this conversation. Because I want to
Yeah.
see if it's like a dude sweet situation, or if they get
What
to it
does
pretty
mine
quick.
say?
Yeah, you're
Josh.
blue.
Roll persuasion. Josh, roll persuasion, and Bree, roll insight.
excellent, because I have
God,
a
I
plus
hope-
7 on insight.
God, I hope you both fail like just absolute garbage. I hope you nat one over and over.
10 on insight.
I got a 16.
All right. So
Ooh.
it takes a little while. You are very like no, like the color, like, and you're pointing to. You do have a reference of Caspian. Bree, or sorry, Mirren, not Bree. Suddenly, a very long-haired woman walks into the door, and she's like, "I'm Bree, but you can call me sis."
Okay, we're gonna deal with that later. Anyway,
Uh, so he's pointing to Caspian. Now, Murin is a very, very pale shade of blue, like borderline white blue. Her lips are
like I'm cold.
yeah, like she's cold, like she's frozen. Her lips are blue, like if she had been left out in a snowstorm all day, kind of thing. And then so is like her eyelids, they just have that very pale blue color. As if somebody had taken your fiery red friend and then shoved her in a snowbank for a week and a half.
I still have my horns.
Yeah, the horns look the same, which is how y'all knew it was her. Like, she's the only tiefling who has the skeletal horns. But it takes about, I would say, a good 5 to 7 minutes before Bree's like, what are you? And like finally looks down at her hands and she's like, oh, that blue.
At that point, I like, since Caspian seems excited, I'm probably gonna be like, "What did you do?"
what did you do?
But he just turned
I love that
shoveling
transition.
meat in his face. It's just like,
He's just like blue boys, and so once
Blue
I'm just like,
boys. Why are we blue boys? I do love that.
Time? The whole time?
Exactly. The whole time. The whole time. That is exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, I love that transition of what did you do? What did you do? Caspian's like I think he'd like put our like arms together to show that we were like very visibly two different shades of blue, and I'd be like, don't look at me.
okay, then I look at both of the Warforged and I'm just like, what do I do?
Wait,
I-
hold on.
I
Wait.
don't know about skin.
That's creepy. It seems like he does know about skin, but not in the right kind of way. Like we would think
I
about
know
it.
nothing about skin.
I don't know.
This is-
I
okay,
haven't
listen,
heard of
me
skin.
about
Zuckerberg
skin.
over here is gonna go take a shower and cool off. This is freaking me out. I
Just
don't know why
very
you're doing it.
quickly, no one asked me about skin.
yes.
Don't ask me.
He's wonderful with the fava beans.
Take my sweet baby Rays over here.
Sweet baby rays.
I would tell you, I don't know. I don't know.
The rest of the party, Nines, Ashu, and Caspian, roll insight for me.
You couldn't have
6.
kept going and give me the 18. You fucking asshole.
7.
What was it, Brandon?
6.
6, 7.
5.
Ah,
Jesus.
That's almost a full house.
That is
If I'm
almost
not-
yeah,
if I'm
it's a
right.
5, 6. Yeah.
I
Hang on, wait.
mean,
Oh, I got a 6, so we're almost there. That's 2 of a kind. Are we playing by the right rules?
I forget a 1.
Yeah,
Close enough. Buren seems just as kind of weirded out and freaked out by this as you are.
Very panicky and unsure what to do. And on the verge of running back up to her room.
Ashu asked her if she did anything during the night while we were sleeping to
Just
change her
slept.
skin.
Just slept, as far as I know. Did not leave.
Can I roll something to see if I remember anything off about when I walked past her room to leave last night?
You said that,
Mystery
that
tattoo,
Ashu
and
would
you're
have
not
noticed.
saying anything.
Like Ashu would have noticed him get up and leave. So Ashu,
That's true.
So yeah,
So,
Ashu
well,
would know that I left.
Nine's left for a while last night.
Oh shit. Okay, let me roll. See if I saw anything. What
Go
am I
ahead and
rolling?
roll.
Acrobatics, right?
History.
I
or
punch Ashu in the face.
Let's do a retroactive perception check for if you had seen anything.
History check.
Honestly,
Am I
it was like
also-
it's not far enough back in time for that to be history.
Dirty
just yet.
20.
Dirty 20. You didn't see anything around Mirren's room.
A dirty 30. How about now?
You didn't see anything. You weren't intent on that at the time, but no, even when you were passing by, because you did have to pass by her room in order to go down the stairs, you did not notice anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
You didn't hear anything coming from her room. Nothing.
Nines like tucks his arm behind his back, even though it's disguised, like to like kind of hide it, and just is like thinking, and it's like, and doesn't remember the fact that Ashu could totally know that he left the room last night.
They both did.
He's so distracted he doesn't even realize that Ashu was aware.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Does Ashu ask Nines where he went, or does Ashu just like mention the fact that Nines was not?
He kind of just mentions it. He doesn't. He doesn't really care. He's like, yeah, he's a warforged. He
left.
doesn't really need to sleep. He's a little
Makes
crazy,
sense.
so I'm sure he went out to do something in the town.
Punch a tree
for
or some
fun.
shit. Go train, punch a tree, smack Caspian in the middle of the night.
That's what I did. Well, he was in the same room as us. I did give him a little sack tap on the way out, just to let him know. Since he was hanging there, just the opportunity presented itself.
Just trance.
Is anybody asking questions about Nines, saying that, oh, yeah, he got up and just went to train a little bit. He don't need to sleep, don't need to stay in the room. He gets stir crazy. Y'all good with that?
Yeah, Ashu wouldn't question it because he's kind of naive. So
It makes sense. He's a
Caspian
warforged.
knows that he just gets. He doesn't judge anyone for like doing weird shit.
Well,
I think
we're
Mirren
going.
is kind of like more focused on the fact that she turned blue, so I don't think she's gonna worry too much about why Nines left his room unless it was to see what the fuck happened to her.
I didn't do anything. But we are
Does
going to talk
Nines
to smart people
say
so we can
anything?
ask them why. No. I just say I went out to like train and just like do stuff. Shut
is
up.
that a deception check?
Only if anybody's going to
Y'all
be like,
just said you're not, so unless you want to.
Well, now
Walk
you're trying to
that back.
lie. Now
I'm
you're
I'm not
trying
trying
to
to.
lie.
The whole thing was a lie. The whole thing in the beginning was a lie, and you still said you don't
No.
care. This is
I
all but a
mean-
lie.
Are you trying to deceive Ashu? I think there should be a check there.
I'm not trying to deceive anybody. I'm just saying, I went out last night and did some things.
Well, I guess
I-
that's true. I wouldn't question that.
yeah. You just leave it very ambiguous. You're just like,
Yes.
oh yeah, you own up to the fact that you left the room, so that is not a deception. So, Ashu, Nines left the room, kind of like as a, oh yeah, did you see something kind of thing? Not trying to throw him under the bus or anything. You don't automatically jump to the, oh my gosh, Nines went and did something to Mirren. It's just like, oh, Nines, you left the room. And you're like, oh, yeah, I did. I just, went and did some stuff, but no, I didn't see anything around Mirren's room. Like everything looked.
We could go
the
look
same.
at my room.
You
Do
absolutely
some
can go up to the room.
investigations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you would like to go up to the room, you may go ahead.
Yeah, Caspian's like done eating, so just be little investigators.
All right, so you go back up to Mirren's room, and everybody give me an investigation or perception. If you're looking somewhere
Jesus.
specific, let me know where you're going.
All right, definitely perception. 'Cause it's
16 perception for Ashu.
I am looking for the answer,
Damn.
and I got a 5.
Perception.
that's a nat 20 for a 22 perception.
Ooh.
There's
Okay.
nothing there.
Yeah.
Seems okay.
So as you are looking around,
They're gonna find my hair tie.
Ashu hears
It's a piece of string.
Murin's bag is vibrating. Again.
I knew it.
So Ashu finds the bag where it's
Ashu's nervous to open the bag.
No, you're naive. You don't know what. You don't know what that is.
know.
Troy is nervous to open the bag.
Miss Noodle pops out.
The bag of holding. She just leaps out. All 30 feet of her.
Not where I went with that at all. I definitely thought that we were going to talk about a new brand of sex toys that we're going to be offering at LOM, the Miss
Yeah,
Noodle
the Miss
vibrator.
Noodle. It's a 35-foot vibrator.
If for any reason
These
we
are such
ever
a
want
small-
to make
Imagine the motor on
merchandise,
that thing.
we need that to be the first thing.
Yeah.
Like for sure. It needs to there needs to be a tentacle one, a Miss
No,
Noodle one, like
I mean, if
ostrich-shaped one?
any D&D
Yes.
actual play was going to have sex toys as merch, it would be us. So
Yeah.
I'm down with that. I don't know how to make them, but I'm
Fantastic.
down with it.
Ashu picks up the bag and is like, bag is vibrating again.
Caspian, you find underneath Mirren's pillow,
Which is also vibrating.
Darling.
The whole
But for a
place
different
is
reason.
vibrating.
you find a pendant. It is a silver pendant that is a circle with 8 arrows pointing out of it on a long silver chain.
Oh, my immediate thought is to put it on. I just
I mean you can.
I just didn't. It's one of those like I'm gonna get cursed. I'm gonna be fucking cursed as soon as I put it on. But it's so tempting.
Is the bag vibrating? or
Ashu is
it-
like
or is-
actually now starting to vibrate with the bag because it's having such a consistent.
Okay,
You can kinda hear clanking.
I'm gonna run over to get the bag, and pull the book I presume out of it.
It was the twin journal, and it is vibrating.
Okay.
So you open it, and inside is just in all capital letters, "My dear Urine, are you dead? Love, Nyx."
I'm going to write back no, but I'm blue. What do I do?
And she's like, "Why so sad?" And you have another like 10-minute back and forth. No, like blue.
So you write that message back. No, not dead, but I am blue. What do I do? Close the journal. Caspian, do you put the pendant on?
Mm, I'm gonna roll a
Worst
wisdom
that could
saving
happen.
throw to see if Caspian is able to be like, because he hasn't done mage armor yet because it's an 8-hour thing. So
Yeah, that is true.
he'd be drunk. So for start of the day,
Did you do a check on it or anything?
yeah, no, I'm just gonna, yeah, Caspian puts it on. It's a 5 on a wisdom. save.
Incredible.
It is new. It is shiny. You have that itchy palm from your pirate days of just needing to pocket everything you find when you search shit. Like this thing is gonna have somebody's gonna want it. So you put it on. And as the pendant slides beneath your shirt, it leaves
Being
Is that-
explodes.
cool feeling of, metal that has not been worn in a little bit. It hasn't been heated by body heat yet. And it's just cold on your chest.
I'm gonna make another wisdom saving throw. See if I'm like. That's a nat 20.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
damn.
Am gonna roll shit. I really hope tonight. I really hope that there is no combat tonight because all of my good rolls are out the window. Wisdom save on trying to be like, if I try and like be sneaking, I'm like, oh, this is my necklace now, or I'm like, no, I immediately like turn around and I'm able to be like, no, that's shitty, and I like show Mira and I'm like, this is gorgeous.
You are able to resist that desire to have the shinies, a desire that has been kind of interwoven with who you have been since you met Skyla. But you're able to resist. You're taking steps every single day to be
Nice.
more independent from Skyla and to be in your own power. And this was a big sign that you were able to. You're like, you know what? No, I'm choosing not to hide this shit from my party member. So you just turn around and you're like, this is nice. As it's like, you pull it out from your shirt, so it's like hanging, you're like, I found this, it's nice.
It's pretty.
Mirren, you
Is it going to curse me?
do
Am I
not-
also going to turn a different shade of blue? Or am I going to wake up purple?
Mirren, you've never had a piece of jewelry like this. This is brand new to you.
Oh, then since all he did is turn around and say, "What did you say? Like this is fabulous" or something?
Yeah.
Then I like compliment him. I'm like, "Yeah, that looks really great on you. It really brings out your skin." And then I like go back to the book, waiting for.
I like that
Next.
no one has any strong proclivities towards skin. Like, we just can't figure it out.
It's just this weird meat food. I
Yeah.
don't understand.
Everyone is just blown away by
It's
skin.
so easy to cut. Like, what kind of fucking armor is this? Bad design.
Yeah, then Cassie's gonna be like, it does look nice. And I assume that it's hers. And
Mhm.
she's like, it looks great on you. Then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna just keep wearing this shit. Like,
That is fine.
in Cassian's mind, Mira just gave him a sick gift.
And in Murin's mind, he just got like bored of looking around the room and just turned around. It was like, everyone, look at my jewelry.
Which he does wear a number of necklaces. He has a
It's-
number of rings and bracelets. So
Like, I would imagine it's not the first time that he's like come into my room and just been like, look at me, I'm gorgeous. And then I've been like, and then he walked out. So I just thought it was that.
I like
Makes
that
sense.
we've somehow been able to maintain our sibling personalities into the D&D world, where I'm just walking by a room, kick in your door, say something chaotic, you look up from a book and go, just
Well
golf,
done. Proud of
golf
you.
clap, and I just storm out. Like, I'm really glad.
without closing the door behind him.
Yeah, fuck no.
Knock over something on the shelf and walk out.
Yep, just
Yeah. Just flip you off, walk out. Love you.
The banister.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm really glad
Caspian
we
thinks that he
maintained that.
has this new necklace. You can add it to your inventory. It is a pendant.
I'm so glad that this party is willing to just be dumb as rocks.
What it is called is a pendant of chaos, is what that pendant is called.
Oh, good. I'm glad he has that. Great. Wonderful. Can Nines make an investigation or perception to see this asshole putting on some pendant he shouldn't be wearing?
You can.
That's a natural 6.
It's a natural 6.
With a 9.
you can't.
Make it a 9.
Oh, a 9 total.
Gentleman's night.
A gentleman's
you-
9. A fancy lady's 9.
Caspian has a lot of jewelry, so it doesn't immediately stick out to you that this was not on his person beforehand.
I hope we just gave you like a really ridiculous artifact on
Necklace of
accident, Caspian.
fireballs.
Bree,
What is
in
it
your
called?
hand, it's the pendant of chaos. You are not going to be able to find it. It is
Homebrew.
homebrew, and I did not put it in there yet because I handwrite everything. I get distracted when computers are on. So many tabs. Murin, in your hands, the twin journal begins to vibrate again. And you open the book, and Nyx has written back. It has been over a week, my dear student.
Oh shit.
I assume you have been dealing with things. I apologize that you are feeling down. I'm always here. If you need to talk, you may treat this journal as a regular journal. Anything that you say to me is in the utmost of confidence.
Before I finish reading what he said, I apologize for interrupting. the
No, you're
GM.
good.
You can finish. But before like Mirren even finishes reading, she like remembers breakfast this morning and is like, oh fuck, and starts trying to like explain, like maybe even calls over Nines to be like, it's happening again. How do I make him understand?
I punch him.
He's in a book.
He's in a book.
Nines punches the book. He's like, hold on. He's
I
like,
cover
let me
my
try.
fist with the
Let me try.
ink. I rub the ink out. I punch the book.
It does leave an impression of your knuckles in the book. On
That work?
on the
Put your
the
face up to
opposite
the
page
up to the
of
book
where
real
Nyx
quick,
was.
and then he punches.
Has written back. So Nyx, the rest of his message was simply, there seems to be a lot that we need to discuss. You never sent me answers to the first questions that you were asking me.
Oh shit.
And I am happy to continue to research on your behalf. If I may have some more information. All my love. Glad you are not dead. Sorry you are sad. Nyx.
Is there any way for me to like convince him that I mean literally I am not red anymore, I am blue?
Like you start to write and you're just like, he knows you. You and he have been around each other for a very, very long time. Most of your life. So when you write back, it does take a while for the messages to go back and forth. But you write back and you explain like, no. I went to bed last night, normal me, red skin, woke up this morning, and I look like I froze to death. I don't understand. Wouldn't I be pale pink? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
That's a
Just
good
seems
point.
like a really weird change in color scheme. I don't understand. And then you send it off. Not an immediate response. So, do we want to continue to... that's the only thing that I'll find, by the way, is your journal is going off and that. But other than that, there is nothing in this room that would explain physically why she would have turned. If any of you would like to do an Arcana check to see if there's any magical around the room, you can. More than likely, based on your checks from last night, whenever y'all were coming in, you had done like a, I believe it was an Arcana check on your way to the inn, and
I rolled a 6.
You'd seen that pretty much all of Euphoria is infused with different runes, and it's just kind of overflowing with magic. So there is a chance that this room is just going to be magical. That's exactly what Mirren senses. There's magical lights. The fireplace kind of self-started in the morning. Just like a very low fire, not giving off too much heat, just kind of enough to keep the room comfortable. But anybody else who wants to roll Arcana definitely can. The higher you roll, the more information you get.
-1.
Yeah.
14.
I thought you rolled a -1.
That's a nat 20.
No,
All right.
21.
Nat 20. Okay. You
yeah, it's when you throw them. It's when you're free throw them. That's
chunk it. All right. So you are able to, which is weird because you don't normally have a proclivity for magical sensing. There is that weird sensation at the back of your brain, kind of like there's an itch in your brain that can't be. If you ever listen to the neurodivergent friendly music with headphones on, where it kind of goes into the back of your brain and makes the back of your brain kind of itchy, it's that sensation of just. It's the weirdest things that pop up when somebody posts something in the Discord. All I see at the bottom left corner of my screen is like, no nostrils, and I'm like.
You smell. It smells.
Just deep
Jeez.
breathing, no nostrils. Trying to catch the scent of magic. I'm sorry. Just the thought of
Nope.
that.
Honestly, with how Nines has interacted with magic before, the most magic that he has used is his Ted Farty hat. So he's kind of just going around the room like,
Just licking stuff with my mechanical tongue. No, that's not it.
And as you get closer to Caspian, you are able to feel, coming from the pendant that he put on, that there is divine magic imbued into this pendant.
I don't even know what I would say to him because I don't even know if Nines would know what divine magic is or how to describe it.
Seems the sensation that you get is pretty similar to the magic that Lord Bregrin was using. Not as intense. The magic that Lord Bregrin used was fire from the sun. Like, that's how hot his magic was. His god is the sun god. This magic seems calmer. Did I break Brandon?
Oh, Brandon broke Brandon.
I can just see him giggling.
Brandon broke Brandon.
So it's like
I'll survive.
it's like a
It's comforting.
It's comforting.
It's
Okay.
not. Yeah, it's not one of
I'm-
those where you're like, there's some funky necrotic shit coming off of here. It's not scary necessarily, but it is new, and it's also disconcerting because how the fuck are you sensing this?
Yeah, I would just tell him like that has magic in it. Did you know that? And it doesn't seem like it's bad, but I can tell there's magic in that. Did you know that?
I 14 Arcana. I'm just looking at him like, I don't know. It's beautiful though. I'm keeping it. Mirren said, it brings out my skin.
Bring out my skin.
And I walk
So-
off.
Did everybody like stop to take a look at this as Nines was saying, oh, that's magical?
Sure.
Roll me history if you're taking a look at, like, if it just gets your attention, whatever. Everybody, and including Caspian, he can roll history as well.
Nat 20.
There it is.
Ashu, you are absolutely
Ned.
certain that this symbol was inside
One.
of the lotus symbol that Martel was wearing.
This is
When
the
he-
same symbol in Martell's.
When Martel said that he
Symbol.
served his goddess. Did you say symbols? Or
His
symbol?
symbol.
His symbols,
Yeah.
his sick drum set.
So, yes, you have. Yeah, you recognize that is the same symbol that Martel showed you guys when you had asked him who his deity was.
Okay. So I tell the group that's Martell's deity's symbol.
You would definitely remember the name, but I have to find out where I wrote it down because I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, so it's a divine symbol. But that is where you have seen it before. Is there anything else you would like to do while you are here?
Where are we right now?
You are in Miran's bedroom, still at the inn, and Caspian just like walked out the door. So
Yeah,
it's just like it's mine now.
yeah, I'm keeping the necklace. Yeah, that's mine now.
Yeah, Ashu just kind of shrugs and heads out.
Maybe it was a gift from Martell. Who knows? Seems legit. All right, so y'all leave, and you are heading back to the mayor's house, which is where LaRue took you the night before in order to kind of introduce you guys and let you know what was going on. So you get back there, and LaRue is sitting at the desk that's there. It's a small executive desk. You can tell it's functional, not fancy. And there are stacks of parchment, there's rolled up scrolls, there's books everywhere. And she looks up, her black and red hair is in her hands, and she's like, "Hey, uh, what's up? How you doing? What can I help you with?"
Can I roll insight to get more info on the type of stressed she looks?
Absolutely can.
5. She's having a bad day
You know,
or a great
She's
day.
blue.
it could be a Monday. We don't know. We don't know what day it is. It's just kind of weird. She's blue. That took a moment. She
Fine.
is not blue. She is
If I nat
still.
1, she'd be blue.
She's still her tanned skin tone with her red and black hair and same outfit type that she had on the night before. Or yeah, whenever she came to get you guys. She has gotten one of her arms has been re-tattooed with the tattoo that you saw earlier. Whenever she came to get you guys. That is the only difference in her right now. But she looks up and she's like, "Hey, how can I help you guys? Did you need an introduction? Definitely can. Definitely can. I can." She's like shuffling through and she's like, "That's fine. I will you this can later, and this is here. Paperwork. What can I do for you guys?"
I have a favor to ask.
Or what's up? Y'all, if y'all can have a seat if y'all want to. There's chairs that you can pull up. Yeah.
Hope that
what
Nines
can I do?
also raises his hand when he goes to ask questions. Like just big metal.
I have a question.
I have a question. Oh, just in the back of the room. Yeah. So
With his right hand though, left hand is still tucked behind his.
yeah,
back.
I'm not putting my left hand up. Yeah, I just was curious. A few weeks ago, we were at a town not too far from here. But it was just a small town and of people who just were not in a good situation. We helped them out, but they would probably not like to be there anymore. And I was just gonna see if you could send someone to meet them and see if you would like to have them move here and help out. There were a lot of really good people who were willing to be a part of a community, and I just want to make sure that if people want to leave there, they have a place to go, because some really fucked up shit happened and I wouldn't want to be there anymore.
A look of like concern, but it's like concern for the people. It's not like concern because you're like, "Oh yeah, these people were like they had a bad situation." It's not like, "Oh fuck, what are they going to bring to us?" It's like, "Oh shit, okay. Yeah, we definitely want to help however we can." So, do you know if they fall under anyone else's jurisdiction already? No. Okay.
What was
She
the
kind
town's
of
name
just
again?
like Lundy.
Lundy, yes. Does she know Lundy if I tell her that it's Lundy?
Lundy. She's digging through and she finds like a map and she pulls it out. And as y'all look and see, she's finger over it, trying to find different places. And she's like, okay, so a couple weeks ago, you were just in Quirky, so it would have to be near Quirky. So go ahead and let me see.
As she's looking for this, can Cassian just be babbling about how they destroyed a vicious coven of werewolves while we were there?
You absolutely can. You can roll me a deception.
Fuck yeah.
Here comes them nat ones. Give it to us.
That's a dirty 21.
It's a dirty 21. She's like, holy shit. Like,
Like there was a whole den of them. It was
well,
crazy.
I
We
mean,
saved the whole town.
I know some werewolves, and that's really disheartening to think that there was an entire pack that would take human life like that.
Vicious, just
Unfortunately,
violent.
you know, it does happen. There's always going to be groups that
They were feral
Doesn't
and
matter who
and
you are.
mean.
unfortunately it can do that, especially if they weren't born werewolves. You know, it's a little harder to get accustomed to if you contract it. That's
I imagine
unfortunate.
I imagine her still trying to like, as she's trying to like find, like trying to actively help, is also
Mhm.
trying to like entertain my bullshit of like,
Is
yeah,
absolutely true.
werewolves.
She's trying to juggle. You know, I hadn't even heard. Normally, we get information back pretty fast if there's like a big situation going. So I guess they were really lucky to have you guys. What were
Yeah,
y'all doing
crazy,
there?
huh? How that
Sneaky
normally
werewolves.
happens and didn't happen this time. Wow.
The sneakiest of werewolves.
So like one
Wow.
time I was in a one-on-one with an employee and he just started going off about like chemtrails.
Mhm.
And this kind of
Nice.
feels like that.
She's like,
Talking
yeah.
Jeb.
Like, oh yeah, werewolves.
Talking to Jeff. So she's still looking, and she's slightly distracted because you know you're very persuasive about it. Like it's just that holy shit. Like okay, disheartening to know that there was an entire pack of where I wish that we could have gotten in touch with them and let them know that they do have a place in the world. They don't have to make those choices. But definitely, if you know there's victims left behind, especially if you're telling me that they lost a bunch of their hunters and stuff. At the very least, we can offer to help out. We can, you know, maybe send somebody there to set up a teleportation circle so that they can easily get here for supplies and things like that. There's, of course, security protocols that we have to go through in order to make sure that our location isn't going to be compromised, but we have no problem being able to send stuff to them and do what we can to help them rebuild if they want to stay. Anyone who wants to come here is obviously welcome. Take almost anybody as long as you don't want to just come in and destroy everything we built. And she kind of like rubs her head again and she's like, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, we can definitely do that if you want to do you have a contact there that we'd be able to get in contact with and let them know that you sent a representative their way? A letter of introduction would be cool if we know somebody there.
Yes, I do know somebody there.
What's her name?
It's her
Not the
formal
mom.
first name.
I was not thinking the kid, the apprentice, making him deal with this. Oh
Sasha.
man, I gotta tell you, I
Putting him
probably
in
have it
charge
written
of
down,
security.
but it's in a note. It's in my notes back there. So
Is it
mulligan.
Sasha? I feel like it's Sasha.
Is it Sasha?
Brandon, you can go ahead and take inspiration.
Hell
I just
yeah.
messaged him that. Oh boo.
I did also want to remind that is you have double inspiration now, Brandon. So you're gonna have to keep track physically that you have 2 inspiration points. Troy, you have 1 from last session when you were because I rewatched it in order to prepare for tonight. So I had said that whoever could remember what it was that Emerson Bregren had told y'all, and you both got that. So you both got inspiration last time.
Did you watch that girl on YouTube's video about don't ignore inspiration recently? Came out a couple days ago.
So many stickers around. Like I I will send y'all a picture to Discord later because I have like inside my ring light. There's a don't forget inspiration. I have it everywhere because I continuously forget to give it to you guys. Like I'll mention it and I'm like, oh yeah, you get inspiration. I'm like, oh, I said it before. I thought you knew.
It's clutch.
All right. So, oh, I love Ginny Dye. She's awesome.
Mm-hmm. It's just funny that because it literally came out like 2 days ago, and I
Did
was
it
like,
really?
hey, I was like, did you watch that too?
I love her stuff. It's very, very helpful.
Yeah, she's great.
Okay, so she looks at it, she's like, yeah, if you want to kind of write a letter of introduction, we can send a representative there for sure to see about opening trade at the very least if nobody wants to come and relocate. You know, we definitely don't want to make people leave their homes if they're trying to build something. And so how did y'all get to Lundy? Because it's not on the map, which means it can't be very large.
By foot.
As one would.
Accurate.
Since from what you are telling me, it's in the middle of the woods, that'd be kind of difficult to get there any other way. Teleportation circle, but I don't think y'all have that readily available.
I don't remember what I had for breakfast today, let alone how we got to a town 2 weeks ago. So, I don't remember.
She's like, oh, Warforged who actually enjoys food. That's fantastic. You have no idea. Like, some of our chefs here, you know, people come here and they like to get really good at that. Their trade at whatever it is that they do. And when there's an entire race of people who don't have the need to eat and they've never had to before, it's hard to convince them that things can taste good. And that is just a pleasure. So I am happy. You're gonna make a lot of people happy. Just being here. So thank you. Thank you, Nines. We are so happy to have you.
Man. Nines is like not for some reason this character just rubs him the wrong way, and there's no reason why. Just like the normal monotone being nice the whole way through a conversation is so
Just
foreign to
unsettling to
him.
Nines.
It's so unsettling to him.
You feel that sensation at the back of your head again. And it's starting to kind of grow into a bit of a headache. Which isn't something, you know, Nines has gotten his dome rocked a couple times. So he knows that sensation of the pain of like a physical impact. Obviously, he was punched in the face every morning during training. So he's used to that kind of sensation. This is a different one. If you've ever had a migraine or a stress headache, it's that creeping sensation of just something is building in your head. And as she's talking and you're kind of getting more irritated with her and just like, what's with you? What is with you? There's something with you. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something about you. And it's just building in your brain. So she's like, yeah, definitely. If I can get y'all to write just like a letter of introduction saying that we are who, you know, you say we are. Just going into some random person's town is not going to do great if you're like, hey, come to my town.
Yes.
Is that all you guys needed from me?
What about
We-
those
we can-
reports?
She turned blue. I'll let her take lead, but she turned blue. Do you know why?
She kind of leans around to where Mirren had hung back slightly. Oh. Are you not being rude? Color changing is not normal for you, I'm assuming, if this is an issue.
Nope.
Are you a natural born tiefling or are you... I don't want to out anybody. We have a lovely group of changelings here who have enlightened a lot of people about the beauty of what they can do naturally and their changing forms. Some even choose to stay in their original forms, which is pretty rare in the outside world. But
if
Jasmine
I
was like,
was-
she's been enlightened enough already. See it? Because she's light blue. She's real light.
I
Roll a
punched
performance check.
Caspian in the gut. I just sock him right in the belly button.
roll me a
That's
performance.
a 17 for performance.
She's kind of like shakes her head, but there's a slight smirk on her face, and she's like, "I see what you did there."
Just whack.
She's just gonna roll to hit if you want to hit him.
No.
Unarmed strike.
Hey.
I mean, you can say that you're like just elbowing to like, ugh.
Yeah,
But
I
if you
stomp
want to
on
like
his foot really
slam
hard.
it, there you go. You stomp on his foot. Caspian, it hurts. It's a giant metal fucking flies.
I'm gonna try and. It's an 18 deck save. So you even beat my deck save, bitch.
I don't.
Big ol' thunk. You leave a slight indentation in the hardwood floors, but it's not too bad. And like LaRue kind of glances over and she goes, "I haven't gotten the holes fixed from yesterday, so that's fine. It's cool."
Caspian's like, geez, nines.
Daggers yesterday, like it's cool. It's your house. Like
And I walk out of the room.
Like I can just see that nines is already like on
Yeah,
edge. So I'm like, I'm
Like
just
when you're
poke him.
hangry and someone keeps telling you that you're just being hangry.
I'm just gonna poke him.
Poke the
Just a
bear.
little bit. Just
just
poke
a little bit. Caspian had said something about the rewards. Is that who brought that up?
Ashu.
Or was that Ashu? Okay, so, Caspian's kind of poking on nines and irritating him. You hear the slant. She kind of turns around and she's like, "Oh, it's cool. Like, try not to break it if you can, but if you do, we haven't done any work yet, so it'll all be wrapped up in one." Yeah, y'all's rewards.
Did she give us
So-
stuff about besides just letting them know that like did Sis one actually do anything about
Oh, yeah.
her blueness?
So she's like the changeling thing. She's like, you can definitely feel free to be yourself if that. Like, I'm just asking, are you a natural born tiefling or is this a changeling?
Miran's like, that
situation?"
would be dope, but no, I just
Okay. Okay.
I was red and now I'm blue and I don't know why and I don't.
Okay. Another question. Did you happen to run into any students while you were out? Did you
Did
leave
I?
the inn last night?
No, I didn't leave the inn last night.
Okay. We do have
Did I leave the inn
students who
last
are who are. This is the. No, you did not. You'd gone
Okay, cool.
to bed, and you were actually you enjoy laying down, and like even though you don't have to sleep, you do have to do your trance thing.
Yeah.
But your initial reaction is to sleep because tieflings sleep, so that's normal for you to just lay down and go through the motions
Right.
of sleeping.
Also, no wonder Nyx is pissed at me if he knows I don't even sleep. And I haven't written back.
And then, are you dead?
You have a full 24 hours you're working with.
You left him on
Mhm.
red
I did.
for a week. So yeah, she's like, okay, we have a lot of students that the festivals are times for their big projects and we've got a couple alchemists and things like that. I was just a little worried that maybe somebody's project didn't go the way that they wanted, but you didn't ingest anything outside of the inn.
How's Alexander Hamilton, by the way? What's he doing?
Just a hover,
Okay.
practicing
He's
his
just-
barrel rolls,
He's just zipping around our feet, just
6
humming.
inches off the ground.
Did he recognize me, or is it like a cat where at first they're like, the fuck? And then they're
No.
like, oh, you smell like you.
Yeah, it's kind of like the moment that he like sniffed at you because you came down and just sat down normal, so it wasn't
Sure.
like like he did a little snuffle at you, and your scent has not changed. It's just your physical appearance for some reason. You are now.
There's a TikTok of an aardvark like snuffing a pumpkin. And like I can't handle how much I need to know what an aardvark snoot feels like because it looks like the softest, cutest, like it was just snooting. Ah,
He was snooting hard.
it's so fucking it's like I was like nearly the fucking Kristen Bell in the sloth video, like that was
Oh, where'd
almost
she
me. Yeah, about this art. And I've never been into
Okay.
aardvarks, but it was just sorry. Please continue.
You're good.
To this day, I cannot. It's like banana. It's like BANANAS. Like I can't hear or spell aardvark without doing the AARDVARK. VARK from.
Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
PBS. Love it. So she looks at it, she's like, I don't really. Okay, hang on one second. And she comes over to you and she goes, do you mind if I have a look?
Not at all.
It's not gonna hurt you, I promise. It's just I'm going to just do a general cleric-y thing. I don't know if you've ever interacted with any clerics. I don't assume. So I'm just gonna.
Mirren doesn't say anything to that.
So she takes your hands in hers, and you see that there is. Okay. She takes one of your hands in hers, and then she puts a hand underneath her shirt and pulls out, and all you see is a silver chain. And she's holding it. And after a moment, a warm red light encases you. And you feel another sense of recognition. It's that same sensation that you got when Martel was talking about who he had pledged his life to, his goddess.
Did he tell us who his goddess is?
He did. I have to find the notebook that has the name because I wrote it down in a different notebook. But yes, I believe I keep thinking about my other character from D&D, and I don't want to say that it's Eris because it's not.
Right.
Um,
Can we also take a break soon because I've suddenly gotten
yes.
very cold and want to go get like a sweatshirt.
Yeah, we will take a quick break here in just a moment. So she looks at you and she goes, who do you serve?
Should I tell her?
You
I
can
can't
tell
remember
with how
his
close
name.
Kellenvor.
There it is. Yeah.
You can tell that she's not like, oh my god, who do you serve? She's just like, oh, because she had just been like, I don't know if you interacted with a cleric before.
Oh,
She was just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, who do you serve?
Yeah, okay, Kalimdor. I can never remember his name.
The horns. I like that. That's a good look. He'd like that, I think.
Hey, thanks.
So here's the thing. I feel Kalimvor's influence. Obviously, you serve him willingly. That's not the only influence that I feel. Let me think on this for a little bit. Let me do some research. I think I can help. She looks over
Caspian
at her
just
desk and
like
she's like
not.
saying shit. As she lets go of the pendant in order to push the stack of papers over kind of out of the way that's on her desk so she can write a note out of like whatever thoughts are going on in her head, you all do see that the pendant that she is wearing is identical to the one that Caspian has.
Did Caspian say anything?
I'm like debating on that if Caspian would like chime up because he does like it and probably wants to keep it, and he's gonna be like, oh, I think he'd also be like, is it gonna do something cool, and can I make mine do something cool? So I think Caspian just like interested in the pendant, but hasn't quite been like, let's see watch how this plays out for a minute.
And the pendant is now for you, like back underneath your shirt because it's a new shiny, and you didn't want too many people to be looking at it too hard. You're like, this is mine. It's my gift.
Mm-hmm.
So she does not notice it, and she's writing something down. She's like, yeah, I will definitely I'll definitely look into this. When I go to when I make a run to the Citadel, because I'll need to get some books to look some stuff up. I remember she looks over. Oh, you'd said you were interested in the Citadel.
Yes,
If you
I am.
if you give me a little bit of time, if you don't mind waiting just a little bit, I can send you to go and get your tattoos or the items that you wanted in payment. She's a little bit flustered at this point. This is a kind of a new mystery for her, and she's just like, okay, this is new. New is interesting. I like interesting. I like new. Roll. Anyone who is interested can roll perception on the items on her desk. Because I know that some of you were like a little. What kind of stress is she under?
Nat
And
20. Nat 20 for a 25.
18.
Anyone over a 10. We'll see now that she's kind of shoved things. They're falling off the side of the
my
desk.
passive perception is 12. Would I automatically get that?
Yes. That makes sense for passive perception. Yeah, anything over a 10. You would see like falling on the ground like a scroll falls open and it's just like a ledger of like
I legit thought you
people's
said
names.
Same.
cool.
So it's got a list of names of people and you can see like background check, pass, fail, that kind of stuff. She has another list where it looks like they're names of different booths that are going to be set up for this festival. So it looks like it's just a whole lot of her doing an entire town's worth of work of making sure that this festival is
Does she Leslie
on the way
know?
that she wants.
Is she the Leslie know for this town?
Yes.
Delightful.
So she kind of just like pushes that to the side and she's like, that's boring. Starts to write down just thoughts and she's like, yeah, definitely. If you give me just a minute, I can call someone and they can take you into down Merchant Alley, which is where you're gonna find any new weapons that you may want. All of you, of course, uncommon items. One of them is on Euphoria for everything that you did to help out Martel and Calrissa. I wish that I could do more right now. Hopefully, after this celebration, we'll be able to get some more goods in and be able to make some better quality stuff. But if y'all want money, we can definitely substitute money instead, but definitely want to help you guys to succeed as much as possible. So if you want any items, that's going to be in Merchant Alley. It's easy to get to. I can send somebody with you. And then we also have our tattoo shop, the Body Canvas. You can go there and they can get you hooked up with. And she kind of shows. I got this done yesterday. It's a small one. This one's just a one-time use. That's why I could get it redone so easily. But it does take a little bit to sit for tattoos, but they're really cool and they have a lot of super helpful. Unless you just want like a regular tattoo, they do those too, non-magical. Lot cheaper, but we've got a number of tattooer. We've got one tattoo master, and he's got a number of different apprentices. So definitely can get you hooked up with ink if y'all are looking for some ink. Whatever you guys want, you just let me know. Actually, don't let me know. I'm gonna call a guide for you. Give me just 1 minute. And she starts rummaging in her drawers. She pulls out a stone.
I tell her that I would like to fight in the Coliseum.
Her eyes get super bright, and she's like, "Yeah,
I would love to
Yeah.
do that. So
awesome.
if the guide can help us get there too, that would be sweet.
Most definitely." As we're so close to the Solstice Festival, fights are on hold so that everyone can just get prepped and prepared for the biggest fights that are going to happen, which is going to be during the Fire Fest. But most definitely, we can get you signed up. We can have your grand debut. That'll be fantastic. You can fight plenty of people from all over who come and try to earn prizes at the Coliseum. That would be fantastic to have some new faces in there.
I'm gonna be like,
Uh,
sick. I have been training, and I'm gonna try and punch nines with an unarmed strike. Be like, fuck yeah, I've been training, and I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna try and punch him. Does an 8 hit you? Can I just say
No.
that I turn and I just go and I like go to punch Nines like in the chest and it just like clang and I'm like, "Ugh, I've been,
Ow.
I've been training.
Nige, you kind of
Doing-
look down
doing
and it
great."
was like, you didn't feel it. You'd turn because he was like, I've been training. And you looked over to be like, giving him kind of a hard time, but like at the same time being like, yeah, you have.
Right.
Like, let's do this. And he just like, and you're like,
Okay.
Jesus.
a
He
look
knocks you into
of
the fucking wall.
disappointment-
So
Look of disappointment just
Nines
passes
looks
over his face.
very disappointed, and Rock'em Sock'em
Ro-
Robots
Just rocks
Caspian.
my shit.
in the belly button for
Rocks his
a
dome.
natty 20.
Just
24
absolutely
damage,
rocks
24
my
hit.
shit.
8 damage, bludgeoning to the gut.
I will need Caspian to make a
Christ.
Constitution saving throw at disadvantage because you are currently drunk.
God damn it. Damn it, that's a 10.
10, you dry heave, but nothing comes up. Like you barely keep your dinner down or your breakfast down, but you are kind of left a little bit gasping for breath as like you're fighting. Both your lungs are trying to expand and your stomach is trying to contract at the same time, and you're like, we gotta bounce.
Can I roll sleight of hand to stick my fingers down his throat while he's dry heaving to make him throw up?
No, no, no.
Jesus Christ. No,
No,
then we're
you
gonna
get the crit
then I'm
hit.
gonna actually fight you. On that one, I would just be like, "That's a good one. That was a good one.
That was a good one,
and she
wasn't it?
kind
That was a good one,
of,
huh?
she's looking and she's like,
That's
Yep.
good.
You should learn how to do that, not
We're
what you
training
did.
hard. We've been training hard.
she's like, the good news is there's still a little bit of time before the festival. So once you have signed up to compete in the Coliseum, you are more than welcome to use their facilities for free to help in your training. I know you guys have been on the road a lot, so training's kind of just body weights and stuff like that. So we do have different things set up for our gladiators and other fighters to train and prepare. We definitely want everybody performing at their best. And she kind of leans over to Caspian and she's like, we have a number of alchemists and druids as well. If you're looking for stuff that might help with pain numbing for whenever you are in the Coliseum,
Like
like
the
it's
pain.
fine.
You gotta
I got
feel it.
this.
You gotta
It's
feel it.
great.
He wants to murder you. You gotta get out there. You gotta fight him. He wants to kill you. You gotta
She's,
feel
she's, like,
everything.
she's like, I'm glad to hear that we still have such excitement for this. After what happened at Liber, like we weren't sure if another Coliseum could get up and running. So definitely happy for new
really
blood
hope-
in our Coliseum.
That the whatever happened at the other Coliseum had nothing to do with the actual Coliseum fights, and that it was like a structural integrity issue, and like the stands of the Coliseum collapsed, and like
After
since
the
that
accident.
happened,
Did
yeah,
Caspian say that?
no,
What
no, that
can? What Coliseum is she referencing again?
She said the Coliseum at Liber.
I think he would ask though. I think he'd be like, "What?"
Caspian,
Happened
like
at Liber.
Nines gets really fucking sad when you talk about a Coliseum coming down and like being destroyed.
Well, I would not have said that. I would have asked what happened to the Coliseum. I would not have made that joke. Was Brandon, not Caspian?
Out of character.
Legitimately.
Okay, so Caspian asks what happened to that Coliseum, and you will get that answer after a break. We will be back in about 5-10 minutes tops to figure out what happened to the last Coliseum.
Wrap it up. Let's do it. I'm gonna punch Nines again, or Caspian again. I'm gonna punch
You're gonna
myself,
punch
and then I'm gonna
Nines.
punch him.
Like that. Bang.